my name is Taylor Ingram, and this is my Persuasive presentation. I'm presenting on the importance of digital citizenship in the classroom, and I'm calling teachers to action and empowering them to teach responsible and ethical technology use to protect our children. As a technology and digital learning specialist, it's important to note that technology will continue to play a major role in our students' lives. It is crucial that we equip them with the skills and knowledge to use it responsibly and ethically. Teaching digital citizenship is not just a tool to combat the misuse of screens and the overuse of screens, but it is an investment in our students' future, ensuring that they're not only safe and respectful online, but also empowered to make informed, positive choices and using screens with a balance. By integrating digital citizenship into our classroom, we can create a culture of responsibility, respect, and critical thinking that extends beyond the classroom and into our students' everyday lives and interactions with technology currently and in the future. I hope you enjoy it. So my digital citizenship research and advocation is rooted in the ISTE standards, which stands for the International Society for Technology and Education. It's a nonprofit organization. It was created in 1979, and it's dedicated to transforming education through effective use of technology, not passive use of technology. I'm pretty passionate about teaching teachers and students to use technology to your benefit and rather as a passive use of learning. So ISTE standards provide valuable framework for fostering responsibility, creativity, and ethical digital citizenship. The components that ISTE is rooted in is empowered learner, digital citizenship, knowledge constructor, innovative designer, computational thinker, which would be computer science, creative communicator, so generating videos and graphic design, and then global collaborator, being a problem solver for our world. So why digital citizenship? Well, did you know that 60% of teens report experiencing cyberbullying? And digital citizenship just means the responsible, ethical use of technology to create a safe and positive digital learning environment. 73% of school students say they feel like they've been bullied in their lifetime. And overall, 36.5% of those people feel they've been cyberbullied in their lifetime. And if you skip down to the last bullet point of this graphic, you'll see that 95% of teens actively use the internet and regularly use social media. A lot of times students are embarrassed about what has been posted, or there being things about them have been shared online, and they don't want to share it with adults for the sake of protecting their pride and protecting themselves. So I would argue that 36.5% of people feel they've been cyberbullied in their lifetime is a bit higher, especially for teens and young adults. So what happens without guidance? Well, I'm sure you've seen, if you're a teacher, that common use of technology can lead to disengaged learning or habits that would affect academic success. So anytime you see students that are off task on their devices, on games, on YouTube, or doing something that just would pacify their time, it creates a more addictive personality with screens. So empowering them to use it effectively and to learn about the balance and the safety behind digital citizenship would hopefully give them the knowledge to use it in a way that would benefit their education. Common uses or issues include cyberbullying, privacy breaches, and off-task behavior. The ones that are a little bit more concerning for the safety of our students would be those privacy breaches. That'd be sharing information that shouldn't be out on the internet about students and children. And cyberbullying can be very damaging to mental health and to the safety of our kids. So teaching digital citizenship means starting discussions using tools that are safe from your district, like Google Classroom and Seesaw or Canvas. And you can even try to find games that help role playing with digital citizenship. Common Sense Media is an awesome tool for teachers. And I will also present some other options for teaching it explicitly in the classroom. There's a progression from kindergarten to 5th grade. So kindergarten can start by just talking about things you should do before sharing something online or being online. Always talk to an adult, always have an adult present, and make sure that adults are always aware of what's going on. Going up to 2nd grade and 3rd grade starts to more talk about decision-making and ethical interaction. So describing how to treat others respectfully online and making sure you're keeping your personal info private. 4th and 5th grade goes into more of the evaluative and leadership attribution. So collaborating respectfully, giving credit to where giving credit to others where it's due, and making sure that a site is appropriate or trustworthy while researching. I came across this as a 4th grade teacher with a research project. We were researching explorers and found a lot of misinformation about certain explorers. And we know that the topic of the westward expansion, Columbus, and explorers in general has become a bit more controversial as we learn more about what the real history has been unfolded, or has been for people that were already here. That controversy can generate misinformation for students. So it's important to be aware of your research. So my call to action to make a change: make sure you model respectful online use. If you're a teacher who is on social media or is using social media as a way to communicate, maybe consider using a more safe mode of communication with teachers and with parents. Offer opportunities to have student discourse, and then teach explicitly these things like online safety, digital footprint. So set clear digital behavior expectations, just as you would for other expectations in your classroom. So teaching how to walk in a line, sit in a learning space, work collaboratively. You should be teaching how to use your computer effectively. Here are some role plays and read alouds that I'm going to present to you. These books are great options to open up the conversation for digital footprint, online safety, digital balance. And then here are some scenarios that you can use. This can be simple: morning meeting questions, a little break in your lessons between between core content and subjects. So for example, here's a privacy and safety role play. So a website asks you to type your full name and where you live and what you do. And so you could have the conversation about what you should do if that happens and why it's unsafe. Okay. That's all I have for you. My call to action for teachers is just to make sure you're having these explicit conversations in your classrooms. Find time to talk about it. Find time to create those expectations around using devices, and keep your students safe. And here are my references.